So it's today's later day. We're starting a brewery, just wasn't a great choice. So I ordered the keg cleaner, which obviously you've just seen, but then I just didn't end up having time to get all the kegs ready the other day. So I've just done a 12-hour shift today. Was up at like 5 o'clock this morning, 12-hour shift, and then I've managed to get 8 kegs cleaned, or 9, sorry, and I'm doing a 19-litre keg just to finish us off, and whilst I've got it out, because my lager is ready, which I'm gonna have over Christmas, which is tasting really good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, let's fast forward to tomorrow, where hopefully the beer's ready. If not, I might leave it an extra day. We'll just see how it tastes. So we are back the following day. Another 12-hour shift in the bag, and unfortunately the beer is ready. So no early dart. I was secretly hoping that it wasn't quite ready, and I'd be like, oh, I'll go home, have a chilled evening, and I'll come and package it tomorrow. But it's actually tasting really good. So I was like, I can't. As any home brewers know, or any brewers, like, you get that kind of curve of goes up. It gets really good, and then it then very quickly drops off, starts getting a bit grassy. I've found in my experience anyway. So yeah, when it's tasting that. When tasting that, it's a dry hop with Mosaic, so that lovely dankness is coming through now. I really, really love that in beers. So yeah, I tasted that and I thought, oh no, that's really good. I need to just get that sorted. So hopefully it's not going to take me as long as it did yesterday, because obviously I had to pre-rinse them, jet wash them, caustic, clean them, then rinse them again to get all the caustic out. Literally today is literally just a case of filling the keg up with sanitizer, pushing it out with CO2, and then it should be ready for packaging. Obviously, I think, probably about 10, 12 videos ago now, spoke through the kind of cleaning cycle and how peracetic breaks down into acetic acid and oxygen. So you need to kind of give it a good bit of time. So I'm going to leave it as long as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean and sanitize all the kegs. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to be carving up the beer. So if I can find the link, I'll put it in the link. So there's an Australian brewery called Flaming Galar, which is a bird named after one of the birds in Australia. It's an amazing YouTube channel, and certainly if you enjoy content like mine, you'd really enjoy theirs. So I was watching their video today on how they carbonate beer, because obviously this is the first time I've done anything like this, where I've pretty much only done kegs. It's either been all cask or mainly cask and maybe 1 or 2 kegs, and then I'll just carbonate in keg. So when looking at, I'll just put a link in the description if you want to watch it. It's about 20 minutes long. I think obviously he goes into it a lot more detail there, and it's a really good video. Highly recommend it. So essentially you connect up your CO2 tank, which I've just bought a spare today, because I noticed yesterday the level was a bit low. Well, I didn't pick it up. My wonderful wife did. Little gem. And yeah, brought it to the brewery for me. So yeah, I'm looking around 300 litres, which is at 5 grams a litre. I'll be looking at around 1.4 litres of CO2. So that's literally just a case of just weighing the keg, and then when it's lost that weight, then you know the beer should be there or thereabouts. So it's first time doing it. I'm gonna try it out today, and hopefully it should be all right. So yeah, without chatting anymore, here's a time lapse. Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today is the 28th of December and we are brewing Sunbear Pale just to have some cask beer ready for the middle of January. And yeah, thought I'd take you along for the ride. So the hot liquor tank is currently sat at 78 degrees. I was aiming for 85, so I've just plugged in the other heating element. It was pretty cold when I put it on last night. It's about maybe like 6-7 o'clock, so it's been on for 12 hours and it only got up to about 77, so yeah, still needs a couple more degrees before it's ready to mash in, but it's not the end of the world because I'm gonna have a little tidy up first and then I need to weigh out some of the grains, so I'll get doing that now. But I've been here about half an hour, so the water's up to 83.5 degrees, so just about another degree to go. That's 50 kilos of grain in there for the Sunbear Pale. Pretty much getting there now. Just the only thing I need to do is just weigh out the water additions, like the calcium chloride, gypsum, and then pretty much ready to go then. And hopefully we should be pretty much there with the water temperatures, but I'll just fast forward to me mashing in. So once again, today has not gone to plan. We actually started off pretty well, and then we got to the part where we had to transfer over to the boil kettle, and it all kind of just went a bit Pete-tong. We had an issue with one of the heating elements, so the two heating elements in there. We accidentally turned one on slightly early, so we started getting like a bit of a burning smell, so we turned that one off. We just kept the other one on, then that one didn't come on. We don't know why. It wasn't the fuse, nothing's tripped, so we're gonna have to look at that tomorrow when we can and see what's gone wrong there. So we've had to jump back onto the one that we think we burned, but there's no burning smell now. There was when we first put it back on, and then it went, so hopefully it's fine. We've tasted the wort, it doesn't taste smoky at all. It tastes absolutely fine. But yeah, just like, oh, another setback. So at the minute we've been waiting for the boil to reach 100 for about just over 3 hours now, and it's only up to 87, so it's very, very slow. But for the meantime, we're cleaning, I say we, it's me and Andy, we are cleaning the casks which this beer will go in. Obviously just the caustic and the rinse, so obviously I'll sanitize it close to the time. And Andy's currently sorting out the dry hop for this beer, also going through and sorting out kind of what stock we've got, kind of preparing ahead for the next couple of brew days, giving everywhere a good deep clean, cleaning all the exterior surfaces and giving the floors a good scrub. So trying to make the most of the time whilst we're waiting around. So sorry I haven't caught too much footage up to now. I think we started the brew day at 7 o'clock. It's about 1:30 now. So it's just one of them things, I guess. But that's why I never plan anything else when I have a brew day, because stuff like this happens all the time. Let's see how we get on. So we are back the following day. Just five hours and 10 minutes it took us to get to the boil, which is so annoying. So I think one of the heating elements had obviously failed. So that might be one of today's jobs. And the brewery is a bit of a mess. Just stuff everywhere. By the time, well, I think from getting here to leaving was maybe just under like 12 hours. Sorry, 11 hours. Probably should have been done at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon ideally, but as you know, it wasn't meant to be, obviously. So I've come back in here today just to do some little bit of tidying up. I got the beer in there, however I haven't pitched the yeast, just to kind of make the day as short as possible at that point. We just wanted to just give it one pass through the heat exchanger. We sent it across at about, I think about 35 degrees, something like that. Just connected it up to the chiller. So it's sat at 20 degrees now. So I'm gonna get the yeast and get that pitched. So that's the first job. Then I can crack on with a bit of cleaning. Can't remember if I said, but we were brewing the Sunbear Pale yesterday. So it's just the US 05. It's going in today.